So it's actually nice just to come here and when it's quiet, there's no crowd, just to reminisce and just take it all in for a bit. It's an amazing place, and I've got some pretty cool stories which I've taken out of the last 20 odd years of playing cricket for New South Wales and also for Australia. But just thinking back to my last game here for the Sixers and also Australia, pretty amazing memories. But this is where I used to sit. I used to love this seat, close to walking down, going onto the field, but also just close enough so I can grab some food or a coffee if needed. But we'd go from here after the game, we'd sort of walk in. This is where no one really sees. This is such an honour and a privilege to be back in here again, because there's been some amazing memories and moments. This is where all normally would be stacked up with heaps of food, all of your electrolytes for your sports drinks. There'd be plenty of bananas, there'd be plenty of fruit on board. All salads and meats, whatever you need throughout the day, it's always there. Coffee machines over in the corner. This is the first part of the dressing room. This is the honours board I was chatting about before. 5 wickets in an innings by an Australian at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and I'm lucky enough to be up here. Just once, but that's good enough. Next I made the board. Up there with the greats, SK Warne, McDermott. You look up and you see someone like Stuart McGill's on there a few times. Simon Kadich also got a run. Then you go back over to where it's a bit, you know, going back into the early 1900s up to the mid 1900s, and you see Alan Davidson, Keith Miller, and of course Clary Grimmett. But this is where the real magic starts now. We walk into, this is the proper change room, and this brings back goosebumps and amazing memories. Normally throughout a test match, these chairs wouldn't be here. They'd be swung around more, maybe behind that door. They'd be pushed across, that chair be moved. Steve Waugh, Matthew Hayden sat down here. They enjoyed being away from the rest of us up here causing racket. You go up to where I used to sit. This was my seat right here. I used to love it. My special little spot where I've had some amazing moments, good and bad, off the field. You get your own little locker there, and obviously where you hang all your Australian clothes and that. You know, I'd have Ricky Ponting on my right. My brother Shane sat on my left when he was playing for Australian one-day cricket. Over here, you'd have the great Glenn McGrath. Would be over lurking in the corner. McGill, Justin Langer, to mention a few depending on who was playing. You'd have a few other players. Stewie Clark would normally sit up in the corner when he had his opportunity. But I just loved what they've done here with these chairs. Now these chairs were when Donald Bradman played, and what they've done, they've kept the same chair. It's been repainted, no one knows, maybe 20, 30 different times, and to think that they were going to throw these out, and we all said no way. So as a group, certainly as a cricketing group, we said we want these chairs to stay until they pretty much fall apart. But yeah, they've been here for many, many years and has now become a very, very sacred part of what is the dressing room. You see over here, we've got a couple of different shields which have been mapped out. This is shield number 42. My brother there, Shane Lee's on there, so he was part of a couple of shield wins. Adam Gilchrist when he actually played for New South Wales, and I will remind everyone that he's a New South Welshman, not a Western Australian. This was when we won the Shield back in 2007, 2008, and I was a part of that with Simon Kadich and the wonderful Philip Hughes, who is no longer with us. But yeah, special times, special memories. And you think back to how it used to happen back in the 80s and the 90s. But yeah, look, some great memories, and as I said, it's very a huge privilege for me to come back in. But I'll have to leave you with one thing before I go. Now, right here, this is where the magic happened. This is where all the action happened, because after a test win, what we'd do, we'd get our bat or our foot and we'd go, we'd wait, you'd be listening in, you go, and then about a few minutes later, you'd hear a tap from the bottom, and right below us is a cellar. And what the guys would be doing, they'd be in the cellar downstairs, and that tap, which came from a stick below us, would mean, righto boys, come down and join us for a cold beer. So we'd all take our baggy green caps, walk downstairs, out where we came from, and through the door, and everyone that's gone in there as an Australian player has signed this magical door, and down there, a lot of fun happened. Make sure you also subscribe and click notifications to get all this wonderful brand new content that I'll be putting up. And feel free to like it as well. Stay tuned.